Hey everyone, before we get this thing started, this is the beginning of the new style that I'm going to be doing these Danganronpa Cards of Despair videos. Basically on how it will work is that I will narrate over for some scenes, and then there are going to be some scenes in it which will include the voice acting. And I will mainly go over some important things like the truth bullets, some things during the trials, simple stuff like that. That is on how it will work, though. In order to, get it all in one chapter. I won't shorten anything that is important. We'll still leave an air of mystery involved. And I hope you enjoy the style that I plan to do for it. Anyway, enjoy the video.
Well, I guess we're doing this again. Oh, well, hello there, great mastermind. It sure has been a while. We started up the game. I knew you would have known soon enough. Those damn guys are trying to get into this place. And here's the truth. You know, you will not allow it, will you? Well, then you're the boss. You know that they're gonna get in here eventually, right? I want you to know. Good point. I will now prepare myself for it. And everything else that comes with the usualment of despair itself.
Chapter 1 begins with Susie entering the dining room with everyone else in order to discuss the plans on what happened yesterday. The conversation continues as normal still on how things do. Talks about how plans of escape are worthy, and as well as making sure that they'll make it out okay. And all of them are concerned of Mana Bowser's true power of what happened. Until someone makes a perplexing question. What exactly are the other people on the monitor were doing? Were they trying to reach us somehow? Everyone is starting to wonder the same thing. Susie knows that her friend Taranza was trying to reach her. And you know that Maglor was too. But why? Were they trying to save them? Is there something more that they do not know? No one really does have a response on what Caesar comments. Until the people who know them speak up. Yeah, but listen, Caesar. I know Taranza. I know he's not capable of this much planning. I think his intentions are good. Yeah, man, I would know, because Zelda was there. And Zelda is pure art. I know that's what you guys say, because you know them, but are they really concerned about us? Some of us are pretty, secretive, harsh. Other things that might give us this way on the attention that we are not, in a way, kind. Susie, do you have a remark about it?
Well, it's just the fact I have to believe the others. Taranza would not be capable of this. And if he's working with anyone else, then it has to be true on what he is saying. He's here to save us after all. And they know who the mastermind is.
Still, with Susie blurted that out during the conversation, everyone went silent. Yet still, I got cut off. But the question is one of us is or who is a mastermind. Where the conversation can arise, Rosalina steps up and tries to usher everyone that there will be no mastermind, and there'll be no betraying others and no accusing. And it's the man that she would manage to keep. One splits out an agreement, but
Trust me. Whatever happens is none of your concern. But what I see is...
Zabs! He's back! What do you want, you fella man?
Said before, I am not a man. I am Mana Bowser.
Just answer the question, you. Why are you here and what do you want?
Relax. After all, I noticed that how all of you found the ways of not killing each other. But there is a way I know how to. A motive.
Mana Bowser as soon as said motive, everyone looked concerned about the scenario. they were going to present something that could ultimately cause others to murder. What about it? As if the case will play the game. We know that the others.
I do not speak of them. Anyway, allow me to continue.
The motive that they present is eerily similar. Information in itself. Positive. It does confirm the truth that there was a mastermind along with something else.
Along with one more thing, there is a traitor standing along you.
A traitor? Then who exactly is the traitor? You know, Wario, it's not like the person is just gonna say out loud that they're the traitor or not. Well, I believe it's certainly not me. After all, I am too pure for it. But then how do you think that you snapped at Wario earlier today? Quiet, you! One now starts listening to consider about who's the traitor. Panic eventually soothes in until, hey, everyone, just stop, alright? Not letting this happen. Aren't you aware? Us getting paranoid and trying to kill each other is exactly what he and the mastermind wants. He's indeed right. In case we continue doing this, we aren't gonna get anywhere. Grateful for you stepping in, Susie, trying to help out everyone. As long as we all agree that there is no traitor, I'm certain we'll all be good. And as for you, we're not gonna listen to your demands, Mono Bowser.
You might say that now, but trust me, I know you will. Anyway, before I get myself moving, I have something to present.
As Mono Bowser said that, something appeared right in front of me. It looked like a card. A card of me. And then I looked around. Everyone standing here had a card that looked like them. And it was fairly unnatural, but they managed to have something like this. Further proving in case of these items are related to them, it proves on how important they are to each other. What the hell is this?
Oh, I suppose I owe some explanation. These cards here are the number cards to use around the manor itself. If you do use them, you're going to end up finding this stuff in the manor itself. So keep in mind, I will tell you when these correlated doors are, they each have a clue. And the cards are the calling card that you need. Anyway, I'll see you all around.
One is mainly confused on how they could use these cards, though, until Maglor presents the idea on how one of them should hold on to the card. And all comes down to vote. The person that most trustworthy to hold the cards is Susie. You'll be in charge of holding the cards for all of us. Suji eventually received all the cards from everyone and promised to hold on to them tightly. And looking at them, they all were unique shapes and sizes, and all of them definitely seemed to be important in some way. After this, everyone eventually splits out, agreeing on a day on how they all should go out while doing their own thing, probably finding a way of escape. And that is until when Susie, later in the afternoon, runs into Lord, hey again. Well then, how's it going, Susie? I wanted to discuss to you about something. Discuss? What about? Maglor soon eventually explains on how he wants to talk about the cards and how they look like. Susie eventually agreed and went to the table to present all the cards. Maglor and Susie soon investigated the cards in order to tell a difference. Each of them either represented a person and how they looked exactly. Some were important parts of their body, like hairs and heads. It definitely seemed to be exaggerated, but some were items, like the genie representing Shantae, the Triforce Link, the sack of bells Isabel, and the glasses of Otacon. And they were still confused about the puzzle part, but they're gonna have to wait in order to eventually figure out what it means. You're stumped too? About the one part about a clue? Yeah, it's some kind of puzzle as well, it's said. We don't really know exactly what it is, isn't it? Yeah. I'm certain out of all people who will, it'll be you, Susie, to eventually figure it out. Thanks. It's now starting to get late now. I feel like we should be heading out soon. Good point. We don't want to run into Maglor in the middle of the night. And with that, the first day ends smoothly as Susie leaving her room. The second day of it basically went over the detailments of the cards during the discussion that day. Some of them confused and make sense, like their emblems and special in their faces, and even some ones that don't really have any real facial features. Some of them were mainly expressing confusion about why on earth it had this specific item on me. Why on earth they look very similar to mine, and special forms rumors that some people wanted to keep secret. Still, how did he and the mastermind notice much information about us? Probably because, what if in this case that they were on a mission to kill us all for any deeds that we've done in the past? I'm certain that all of us here have not really been all good deep down. Even self-proclaimed ultimate heroes. We all have some act, and it's some form of punishment trying in order to get us. No, it's not starting to question my abilities. No real status on exactly what the cards were. All of them eventually split it up in order to spend the rest of the day as normal. Investigations, trying to figure out what's going on plans of escape. When Susie was eventually about to end in for today, she felt not something, but someone tugging on her hand. She looked around to see, and it was... sorry to interrupt you. Were you busy? I just wanted to... Oh, no, I wasn't, Shy Guy. I'm actually very pleased to meet you. Really? Oh, I wanted to go get you because I want to show you something. It's not anything, well, useful, though, but I want you to really see. I put a lot of work into it. Okay, I will. I soon then eventually followed Shy Guy downstairs. And down there, I eventually did see some faces that made me feel more comfortable. Oh, Rosalina, Maglor, it is great to see you guys. Indeed. So, we did not know why you've been called here too? Indeed. Do you know Rosalina? I think I might have an idea. What is that? It's my sketchbook. I draw some good stuff in here. He is a pretty good artist, I could say. So you brought us here to see my work then. I have you guys, and I hope you appreciate it, and I hope some people do. Sure. I eventually ended up taking a look at it. I know it wouldn't be the best looking art I've seen, but I really think he has the determination to do a good job for it. Wow. I might have not gotten the proportions really good for some people, but what do you guys think? I was taking a moment to look at it and analyze it. It was pretty good, safe to say. And honestly, I'm confused on how to feel. And I could tell he put a lot of work into it, but there's some things to say. Oh, by looking at the resources you had for it, I gotta admit, it is a really good piece, actually. You're doing great. Thanks, Susie. It gives me a more comfortable feeling. What is this piece called? It's called The Dream Team. And the stars shining above. I mainly use stars for my artwork. I hope you guys can see. As much as I am the ultimate spy, I really have a great interest in perfecting some art, though. I know I have a long way to go, but I think you all can see the passion, right? Yeah, I do. Judging by how this thing, it made me feel comfortable about the situation. Ultimately, I think I was outside of the killing game itself. Until I heard, "You idiot! What the hell is your problem?" What was that? I have no idea. I think we had to look at... Come on, Rosalina. Listen. We will continue. I will stay to see more of the art. Alright? You'll stay, Shy Guy. Okay. Just please tell me things are gonna be fine, right? Yeah. You nervous? Yeah. Don't worry, we'll check it out. I eventually did go with them, and the sound was coming from the dining room, so I ended up taking a closer look and... Well then, here's the thing, bud. Aren't you worried that you're causing everyone here problems? Well then, aren't you around here a pretty big loudmouth? Shut up! I know what you are doing, and I admit it's kinda harsh. You're even acting. You look like you do not care, but still. In case of your one-stepping, very much surprised on how you are taking this thing seriously. We are stuck in a killing game. Aren't you aware of the scenario that we're in? Listen to me. Can't even express it. I know I'm repeating myself because I'm not good at it. Indeed. I hate to be truthful too, but it's better just to say it here than just being a fault-based lie. As if in case of anything would, though. You're just gonna continue bringing everyone down. Actual hell's going on over here. Alright, you two, I need you both to break it up, alright? What's the problem, Caesar? Well, then this guy is basically, he's saying some stuff which is bringing everyone down still. Everyone's been cautious and paranoid. Well, then face it. My reason is that I'm just being truthful, though. Aren't you aware of the situation? Indeed! But aren't you aware of how what you're saying is making everyone uneasy? You just tried to make Shy Guy uneasy at the dining room. I only took note of this until you were talking to everyone about it. Well, then it's clear on how the fact, no matter what, both sides are equally right. I just don't want to see any of this argument happening. Exactly. Scizor. Please. And Shadow, you too. Fine. I'll mostly keep it to myself. I'm sorry about before. I gotta get going. Same. I gotta admit, I'm glad that you stepped in, though. No problem. Well then, I hope anything can help. I want you to help me here. Get everyone on track, be a helpful leader and stuff. Of course then. After all, I've been dealing with this before. Hate to barge in, but can I help too? Of course. The more help, the more we can easily get it down. Alrighty. So, we'll eventually plan things out soon? Yeah, of course. Alrighty. And with that, the second day ends of chapter 1. Today, mainly consists of catching up on what has happened. Susie and Shadow say that Shadow does apologize, and all of them still try to figure out the truth of the cards, but they all have realized that one thing. Someone is missing from the table. Hi guys. He attempts to play off it as normal, as him sitting down, just patiently waiting to leave. Until others question why he was late. He was one of the earliest ones. Yeah, guys. Totally. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not fine. I can't lie. Shy Guy? Shy Guy, are you okay? What's the problem? It's still we're stuck in a killing game. We all are trying to untrust each other. Let alone it's just way too much pressure. Shy Guy's concerns ultimately affect everyone, as they all feel the same way. But someone eventually steps in. Oh, Shy Guy, you want the pain of this place to stop, right? Yes? Well, I could do it for you. And how are you gonna do it? I will go into slay Mono Bowser! What's he doing? Yeah, still. Did you forget? Trying to attack Mono Bowser is against the rules. We all did try to make sure that Shogun's idea was bad. He speaked up to everyone's words. You're aware of these scenarios bringing everyone pain? And I do not want anyone else to feel this way anymore. Well, I will slay down any Mono Bowser in case he has multiples. I will make sure that he will not stand in the way of anyone, even if it does kill me. I'll make sure all of you will escape. And I'll go down as the hero that saved you all. He really can't be serious, can he? He actually is. I can tell. You all excuse me. I have to prepare. Mono Bowser, I'll make sure that you will end up dead soon. After a short while afterwards, Susie walking around and, hey. Oh, hey, Rosalina. I was wondering in case you could come to my meeting, though, with, you helping me out and stuff yesterday. Well, yeah, of course. What is it about? Well, come on. I ended up following Rosalina to where she wanted to show me, and oh. So, this is the meeting that you're talking about? Why are we here? Rosalina eventually explains on how she gathered some people to plan a time where everyone could just hang out by the dock in the backyard and eventually just hang out and have fun and stuff after everything went down. Everyone seems to be in agreement on it. With themselves. Also, so we managed to set up a group where people have to watch outside during the night, and they do a rotation every 6 hours. Okay. Yeah, then the people on this list are Wario, Caesar, Zoroark, Electric Blueberry, Link, Shadow, and Shogunyan. But Shogunyan is not here. He took the offer because he had to say he had to do his training role. And in case you'd be glad enough to help us, you'd be glad to. Of course. I want to. I'll make sure I keep everyone in check, alright?
Why, thanks for that, Susie. I would be pretty unorganized about it.
Of course. Well, Xena, I have to get going. Okay, I understand. And with that, eventually we get a time skip, which is a few days afterwards, where everyone is prepared to hang out. Alrighty, tomorrow will be the day, and... Huh? Well, hey, sorry. I didn't mean to pick in on you on that. Oh, hi, Marie. Sorry, we didn't really get much last night. I was, hoping that we can, talk, though. Really? Well, yeah. It's just on the fact on how, I gotta appreciate what you do. Really? Do you like me in that? Yeah, I do like you, but not in any other way, of course. You really do? No, I don't! So I gotta appreciate your smartness on what you do, though. You've been managing this whole entire plan from top to bottom, making sure it's all done. And you even formed out the rotation plan. Man, good to... Yeah. You really do respect me, do you? Probably in your own unique way. Yeah, I do respect you. And I wish that we can eventually, plan things out sooner. Perhaps you and I could work together. Why not? I would glad to have someone like you. Yeah. Still, it's Marie. Susie. You little... don't finish. I'm just gonna go now. Alrighty, tomorrow will be the day. And with that... and so it was. Susie, you and Rosina got outside with everything out there. We're ready for everyone to come in. Hey, let's see here. I think we got everything. Good to hear. Everyone should be soon arriving. Huh? Oh, good to see. Hey, Susie. Sorry that we're all late.
Yeah, I wish we were earlier.
I mean, still, who really cares? Let's go and have some fun right now. Perhaps we'll finally get our minds off everything. Hopefully. You see through the sequence, when everyone is just hanging out, having fun, talking with each other, playing a bit of games, just having a fun time. Just hanging out. Even some of the other guys are having drinks over here, and some men just sneak in. Again, everyone is just hanging out, getting their minds off everything. But that is until one person who noticed that something was missing. Attention, everyone! I would like to say something that has to be a bit important. Well, what exactly is it, Rosalina? Anyone here have seen Shy Guy or Shantae or Shogunyan? And the Inkling, that doesn't talk much? You mean Marie, right? And now that you mention it, we haven't even seen them in the dining room. They've been missing most of the day.
Oh yeah, still, guys. I mean, there's no need to worry. I'm certain they're late as all.
Perhaps some of them are cowards or, way too paranoid to go down. What, as much as I would like to believe this, I believe that is a more hopeful situation. Blueberry said that. A bit of vermin crawled it down my spine. The scenario suited in. Everyone, we gotta go look for them! Oh god, please don't tell me. Magalore. Wait, Magalore! Oh. Magalore actually written off, so I ended up taking Rosalina and immediately looking around the area just to find them. Leon? Shantae? Marie? Shy Guy? Where in the galaxy are you? Rosalina, I promise we'll find Shy Guy soon enough. I just hope so. I'm getting concerned. Yeah, especially after yesterday. I'm so glad we were... Maybe perhaps he was trying to help Shogunyan. I don't really think he's dead. Really.
Hey, you two!
Yeah,
Rosalina, we come bearing news.
Why is he said that? How they specifically mentioned Rosalina, I was a bit concerned. But...
We want to let you guys know that Shy Guy's safe. He was just hiding in his room after all. Still very paranoid. We just want to let you guys know that he's fine. Yeah, we're still trying to find the others. Marie, Shantae, and Shogunyan. Well, we wish you guys luck. We gotta go.
Still, I mean, let's think about it. We did search everywhere for them, but
Not over there. Well, then I guess we have no choice but to look. Me and Rosalina eventually quickly turned to the corner, but I finally noticed it. Why? I can still not believe it. Someone did it. Someone actually played the fucking game. Now, that just knowing that someone actually played this game just further set it in the fear that I had. I really still can't believe it. Shogun-yun, the ultimate samurai, was slain. I never really thought I would have. Not. Is this real? If any of this is real, I want to wake up. I want to wake up! Susie, answer me. Sorry. Kind of scared me right there. Well, then what on earth are we going to do? Well, then we have to look around. There might be someone else here. Good point. Come on. Both of them were looking around just to find anyone. In case of Shy Guy or Shantae finally showed up until... Marie? Hey, what are you doing out here? I don't know. I just woke up out here. You woke up? But did you do this? What? No, I really don't think he's capable, Rosalina. Why? Remember the rules on how you can't sleep outside? Well, yeah. But Marie, why are you here? I do not know. What are you guys talking about? I didn't want to break it to her, but I guess I didn't have a choice. Marie, Shogun-yun is dead. Shogun-yun's what? Yeah, she's dead. No. Hold on. No, wait. Ah, the blood. It is real. When Marie stumbled upon the body, I eventually heard something that alerted not just us, but everyone.
Wow! Attention, everyone! A body has been discovered! Anyway, you wanna know where it is? It's in the backyard where the exit lies. You know where In fact, wait outside and I'll tell you the important information that you're gonna need.
Is that like some kind of announcement? I think it was. I couldn't really believe it still. Shogun-yun was confirmed dead. We eventually just sat here waiting for the others, waiting to see upon their reaction. Susie! Is Shogun-yun really dead? Yeah, we found him out here like this. So really cannot believe it though. Someone actually played this damn game and just killed him. Yeah, what's a pity? Am I right? Kind of. Have you no respect for the others around you, Corin? Well, then I'm sorry, but I admire his bravery. Is that all you wanted? Fine. Okay, I need to get good distance. Alright, I'm just gonna hold him for a bit. Okay? I got it. He's your responsibility. It's gonna be okay. How is this possible? Susie, since you are the ones gathering with this group to make the thing happen, along with the night security, mind explaining on what's happened? Look, I do not know either. It clearly happened in the middle of the night, though. In case if this happened over there... Marie, where on earth did you come from? They found me outside. Wait. Does that mean... No, she's clearly not, though. You have to trust me. I mean, I'm gonna trust you, but
Where are the others? Nani? 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 Nani?
Nani again, you five! Say Nani again! I did! I double dogged it, you motherfuckers! Sorry, I came here to deliver the information that you needed, but now all them subjugated to Nani! Anyway, I suppose you're wondering what happens now. You know, after he died, I might as well tell you now.
Mono Bowser eventually soon explains the rules, though, on how there will be a brief amount of time for an investigation in order to find everything you need, and to do the mansion trial, where you all will present your evidence and figure out which one's guilty. And Mono Bowser explicitly has an opponent's a punishment, which is execution for any of them. In case if they figure out who the Blackened is, the Blackened gets killed and the rest of them continue. But in case they guess wrong, the Blackened lives and the rest of them will be punished.
Got that? I think... Good. The Mono Bowser File 2.0 will be waiting for you. What?
Oh, I'm guessing we're gonna have to go through with this, right? Well, I suppose now we don't have much of a choice. Well, what are we waiting for? We have an investigation to do. I'm a tad nervous still. I agree, Shantae, but what other choice do we have? We have to do this. This, alright? All of us do. We each have to play our parts. And you have some explaining as well. I'll make sure to. I eventually did see everyone preparing to get their bearings for this investigation. And beforehand, I looked upon the body of Shogunyan, battered, bruised, and the cut of none more on his own belly. I guess I don't have much of a choice then now. I guess it's up to me to lead everyone across the investigation. I'll admit and still say that the investigations would take very long, though, for me to do. And due to the fact I have a lot of editing already, sorry guys that I'm doing this, though, but I still really hope you appreciate the style so far, so I guess I'll explain the investigations. I will mainly go over the bits of evidence that are very important, and then I will eventually explain them in the trial itself. Further proven in case of a person is innocent, and continuing forth with the trial with these important key bits of evidence. Remember to remember all of them. And I guess I will go over the Mono Bowser file, I guess. So, basically, the victim is Shogunyan, the ultimate samurai. Right. The cause of death for him is a slice across his own stomach. The body is death is in the time frame of 3 to 4 a.m. And the other known facts are the bruises on his own body, mainly on his arms, legs, and face. So make sure to remember these for the investigation. Here are the truth bullets. I guess now looking at it, that has to be everything. You really do think so? Yeah. I think that's our cue.
I can see you did a great job investigating. So, I suppose you now know the drill after I told you. Come up It's now time for the very first magic trial. I'll be waiting for you.
Guess we don't have a choice. Yeah, let's get going. Oh, I suppose you're waiting too? Yeah. I mean, you got our backs, right? Of course we do. Then, I still can't believe this is real. Me too. We've been waiting for you in case you guys are ready to go inside. I guess we are. Let's get moving. I eventually did go upstairs just to see everyone, but I still cannot believe it happened still. The more that I'm looking, these memories are flooding back.
Shogun, the ultimate samurai. He ultimately was a quiet one, and more than yet, did speak in an olden way that some of us couldn't understand, but we still cared about him. He ultimately tried to put his life on the line just to save us all, but someone killed him. Someone killed him just for that.
And the person who ended up killing Shogun is one of us beginning to enter this trial room. Part of me still really can't believe that Shogun is past, but I know it has to be. It is a deadly deception, a deadly manipulation in order for this to begin. I honestly do not know what it is, or who would have the motivation to do this, but
I know I cannot rest now.
it's only up to me to handle this whole scenario. Yeah, this is it. The picnic. The first mansion trial. Trial begins with the statement on how Bowser mainly goes over the rules that were stated earlier during the investigation segment. Otacon and Electric Blueberry mainly responded if accomplices could be needed in cases. Bowser thoroughly explained means that accomplices can be, but the main person who kills will be the one to escape. Mentioned the portrait on how this is where Shogun would have been in case if he was alive. There was something new to mention. Wait, what about those 2 empty seats over there? Whose are they for? Magalore is right. There were 2 empty spots in this courtroom. We didn't know what it was.
Oh, I should have explained that. But listen, in the previous trial room that I had, it mainly had out the capability to hold up to 16 players. But now I hold up to 18 now. And it's just when you think it is an empty seat. You are interested in petty details.
Before we begin, I want to state on how trials will be different. I won't be intending to attempting to replicate the games though. Sorry, but it was way too much work for me when editing all the episodes that mainly did it. But what I'll do is mainly go over the evidence bits of what are important, and then eventually we'll give a story on what exactly it is. So in case you guys paid attention to the truth bullets, now will be the moment to you to notice and pay attention. So without further least,
Let's make the first magic trial commence.
The trial's first question was on how the heck did Shogun Yun die. They know that it was the blade that killed him, but what were the bruises on his body that were listed? And the dents in his armor? People questioned it in case it was a blunt object, but it wasn't. Well, basically, everyone else mainly said on how there was no any sort of item at the scene, further proof on how they had to fight Shogun with their own hands. Some are in firm agreement still, but still others may question on how it is capable. Further point is solidified with Otacon and Electric Blueberries' autopsy. And in case if it still was a weapon, I'm certain it wouldn't leave some important dent or impact. In case it was a mallet, it would definitely have a rounded surface, man. But the dents that we saw were fist-shaped proofs None more than the culprit fought Shogunyan with their own hands. But the question is, who is the culprit? Then why don't we ask the people who were out during this time? Shy Guy, Marie, and Shantae. Well, why do you think it's me still? You two, three, think about it. None of you showed up to the party. And what if in case you guys murdered in the middle of the night? We could not figure anything. Maybe perhaps would have left the door open for you to eventually escape your crime unscathed. Still, we have accounts and alibis. I'm certain we can say the truth to you all. And now I know my next objective with them. I have to prove their innocence. I know none of them can be guilty. Susie further proves the first and easiest person, Shy Guy's innocence. Since by clearly stating on how there are a few people with alibis who saw him earlier. Mainly Wario and Caesar, so who saw him in his room at the time. And others, there's like Rosalina and Electric Blueberry can confirm that they saw him enter his room during this time frame. Still, Shantae, you weren't there at the scene like Marie, and you weren't had it confirmed it much like Shy Guy, but why were you? It's a long story. I told Susie, I'm certain she can help me. Susie does listen and refers to the account and how she was also in her room at the time, mainly going over some things. Also, so it turns to Link to specify. Well, yeah, I did see her come downstairs in order to get a drink of water earlier. Further proving how I saw her at that time for you. In case she was busy, I'm more like guessing that she might have fell asleep during her look-ins. I guess this now furtherly proves it. Marie is the culprit. Still, I swear, I don't remember how I ended up outside. I swear, like someone might have attacked me, I think. Sorry, Marie, but in case you do not specify, I'm certain we cannot furtherly prove your innocence. And Susie eventually will soon step in herself and commented on how Marie saw someone outside and eventually walked outside, with now this confirmation thinking that it would have been the culprit. Morally doubtful of the truth that is being presented. Rosalina mentions the rules of the bit. On how 3 innocent people have to find the body in order to trigger the body discovery announcement. And the people who found it were Susie, Rosalina, and Marie. Furtherly proven on how none of the people who weren't at the hangout were not guilty. Everyone in agreement, they now move away from suspects and move on to the culprit and the crime scene itself. It begins, they mention the weapon, the bonito blade itself. On how to say that they attempted to look at it and find no fingerprints on the bonito blade itself. Proven in case of someone didn't have an identifiable hand or had gloves on them. Furtherly proven the known of a few people with that aspect. Susie, Magalore, Marie, Wario, Caesar, Corin, Isabel, Shadow, and Zoroark are listed. But 2 of the suspects are named unsuited, and morally have to turn to some parts of the crime scene itself. Wait, what if in case it was that plastic thing that we found in between the rocks? It definitely seemed to be broken. Susie, you have identified it, right? Yes, I did. And Susie confirms that it was none more than the shape of a syringe. Proven on how someone might have used it to knock out Marie and place her there to be a prime suspect at the crime scene. Susie can confirm that there's one thing and that might end up proving they're suspects. It was the people who had access to go during the nighttime. A la the people who were part of the hangout formation. It'll be proven how someone had access to go during the night. And now with it, only leaves a few suspects. Zoroark, Shadow, Link, Caesar, and Wario. Group Link is proven innocent, mainly because he has identifiable fingerprints. Blueberry is counted because she doesn't have them. And they think that someone who can leave a dent strong enough. Who can leave that dent still? In the shape of a fist. Guys, I think I have an idea on who the culprit is. Susie, you do? Yeah. And I'm sorry, Shy Guy, but you'll have to trust me. Then, come on! Hurry up and tell us! We need to know. I might as well. The killer is... It can only be you! Was it you, Wario? Wait. What? Well, why do you say it's Wario? There's no way it could be Wario! I'm sorry, Susie, but is it true that Wario is guilty? I'm sorry, but it very much is. Think about it. He is the only probable person strong enough to leave a dent in Shogun's armor in the shape of a fist. He was clearly a part of the Nighttime group and a part of the Hangout group in general. It has to be Wario. But still, think about it. It has to clearly be one who is able to be trustworthy. You know? Why the heck are we singing on out Maria? Yeah, she was at the crime scene in general. Already proved her innocent, though, Wario. Well, yeah, but what about you, Beanie? What about me, exactly? I mean, think about it. Aren't you the only ones with a glove that can also be counted with a fist mark? The downside is I wear mittens and I'm not really that strong, so your argument kind of falls flat. And in the case of this one thing that proves it, it's the rotation process that was mentioned. Rosalina now shows it, and the order of it was Zoroark, Caesar, Shadow, Electric Blueberry, Link, Wario, then Shogun. Then it repeats back to Zoroark, proving that Shogun came out to come during this time frame to watch the night backyard where Wario had the prime opportunity to attack. Please, Wario, don't say it's true. It's hard to deny all the evidence that you've been saying, though, but you have been hitting me with none more than your own speculation. You are not enough to prove anything else. And there's one other thing. What about the noxious smell at the crime scene? Noxious smell? What does that mean? Only bit of evidence that you have not mentioned. And plus, isn't it also a fact as knowing? Wait, did a fact? What if it was the body that smelled? After all, it's been there for a long while. You're basically saying we can't connect anything that you do to the body's smell to further prove that it was you. You have most of the evidence, and until you figure it out what it means, what that means, you clearly cannot blame me. You being gear man. Don't you dare talk to him like Cyborg Starfire. I can't believe Wario is actually standing right now. Is he trying to hide something like pushing 4? I guess I don't really have much of a choice. I have to believe him guilty. Well, why don't you tell me exactly and how it connects to me? Then why don't you're so confident to tell the truth? Then why don't you tell me, damn it? Tell me! Well, then exactly how much force was I able to do in order to leave those dents? That armor was almost impenetrable. Indeed, it looked like it. But in case if we look at it, it was a bit thinner than the left. So with the right amount of force, with your own punches that you've been proving that were very strong, we are able to connect it to you. He definitely does have a point. Yeah, sorry, man. You know you always smelled anyway. Oh, then just because of the night rotation doesn't prove anything, you only know about the previous one. What if in case it was an upgraded one then, huh? Well, then in case of anything, Rosina further proved to me during the investigation on how you weren't capable of doing so. Yup, I would know, because Rosalina told me. Well, this is surely a sucking turn of events. I'm sorry, but I can't argue with the facts. Rosalina, please. Okay, but what about the syringe then? You can't really prove it is, though. What if in case if it wasn't one? Well, then in case if it was, in case you're able to break it, you use it the rocks outside, because you found it near the rock. Indeed correct. I'm sorry, Warrior, but I don't think I can defend you any longer. He's right. You mean she? Okay. Well, then what about the bonito blade then, huh? How on earth was I able to get my hands on it when Shogun, I mainly had him on all times? And it's simple on how you managed it. When he was weakened, you got your grip and then slid at his own stomach. Shy Guy, please. Shy Guy. They're convinced they're gonna vote for you. You're the killer. No. Please. Tell me where would the smell exactly come from? This is the end, Wario. No. Stop it, please. I might as well say, the nauseous fumes were your own fart that you made. His farts, it makes sense. Then I'm guessing he uses smart farts to get ahead of his opponent. Still, Wario, please just tell us the truth that you did it. Please. Just answer to me. I'm not the culprit. Wario doing this to make sure that Rosalina and Shy Guy end up safely, but I have a job to do. Everyone, this is the truth of this very case! I think this case started at the beginning, where Shy Guy had his little breakdown at the dining room table. And when it was happening, the culprit probably went to comfort him, mainly because of his attachment. But there was someone else that had to say something. More than the victim, Shogun talking on how he will be the one to save everyone from the killing game itself. With, I suppose, noticing that the killer have a real opportunity on who they wanted to kill. And we hosted a meeting to discuss about our plans in order to let everyone seem more trustworthy with each other after what happened with Shogun. But the culprit mainly complained because he thought he would have an idea on how to kill his own prime suspect. A few days, he has been planning this plan this whole time. And now, one of these days, he decided to put it to action. For this plan to begin, they managed to get a syringe of anesthetic just in case if it was necessary. Reported to their night duties and began their work. With that, they waited. They waited for the time for Shogun to come out. It took them a long while in order to, but then Shogun did. But noticing that none more than the person that they were swapping with is gone. I wondered if they had left already. But in due time, they went to go check. But lo and behold, that would have been their downfall. They soon went and attacked the Shogun, beat him enough in order to leave dents in his armor, and more leave a good enough bruise. Shogun at this point was without struggling, and he had no choice but to use his own bonito blade. But the culprit had a trick up their sleeve. The killer ended up using the fart technique in order to get an advantage. And the smell ended up making Shogun nauseous, and then ended up using their own weapon against them, killing Shogun. Knowing now that they had no choice but to leave, they were able to. They noticed that Marie coming out of the room because they noticed how there was no one outside. That the killer eventually he had no other choice but to use the anesthetic they didn't use. They went for it, and then they snuck up on Marie. Before she even noticed this thing, she ended up passing out because of the anesthetic. They had no choice but to hide Marie from the scene itself. Them in the one place that we found her in. They had no choice but to hurry up soon. But they needed one thing left to finish. No choice but to use the anesthetic that they used to get rid of it, just so no one would notice it. Said he finally handled the crime scene. There's only one person that we know who could have planned this whole thing out, who managed to get rid of everything that we managed to suspect it.
This means only one thing, and one thing alone. You, Wario, the ultimate businessman, are the killer!
I'm sorry, Wario, but it's over. You're the killer. Wario. Wario. Is it really? Can't hide any longer. You're right. I am the culprit who killed Shogunyan. Wow. Oh. Ow. I'm sorry.
I guess it's now time for the voting now. Who's going to be the one? You decide. You feel confident about your answer? Or who's it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Who or what it's gonna be? Done! That's right, everyone. The person responsible for the ultimate samurai shogun's death is Wario, the ultimate businessman. Congratulations!
Everyone soon realizing Wario does say that he is sorry for what he has done. But for some, that isn't satisfying. They want to have an answer. Wario expresses that I can't tell you the truth. But that mainly wants people to know more. But then...
It's alright, you know.
Wario? What?
The boss is telling you to do so. So why not go ahead and reveal yourself? You won't be mad.
Well, I guess I might as well tell you all the truth. Wario eventually soon pulled something out, which looked like a card of some kind. So, you all want to know why I committed murder? It was simple. I was supposed to commit a murder. What exactly are you talking about, Wario? Well, like I said, it was my mission to murder. I don't even understand what you're saying, Wario. Please explain it.
I should now specify. Wario is no more than a person. This card is mainly one of the contractors who are with the mastermind.
That means that they are a traitor. Then I suppose that means... Yeah, that's right. I am working with the mastermind. Wario eventually explains on how the people had no choice but to sign their contract with him, and on how they offer for a true amount of power. In exchange, they have to murder one of the people standing with them. And lo and behold, they chose Shogunyan as their own partner to kill. Well, you know, here's the thing. You will never know who the mastermind is at all. You won't even have a chance to know where he is. I gotta admit, Wario, it's been fun, but I guess it's time for the game to really begin. Wait, what?
He so also explains itself. The mastermind, he comments, is in this very room, the rich businessman says. And the mastermind is...
I suppose I should owe myself an introduction, shall I?
Who the hell even are you?
That's the mastermind.
So this mastermind was this...
Jackal. I am a jackal.
Who are you really, then?
I guess it's simple then. My name is Infinite, and I am the ultimate illusionist. Well then, shall I explain it all?
And it explains on how he is the mastermind and he is responsible for everything that has happened. And Mum more than tells the truth about Wario is saying is true.
Oh, and there's one more thing I forgot to mention. Wario is simply one of the 4 here, and all 5 people that are none more than me and my own contractees is standing in this very room.
Couldn't believe it. There are 3 other traders alongside Wario. They are named the contractors. But my question is, who are the...
Now, Shogun isn't here. He is not available for this listing.
In case if you're not Shadow, then where is Shadow?
Oh, well, I guess I owe you guys a constellation prize. Mono Bowser, if you will. Of course, Infinite, my mastermind, of course.
Let me go!
What?
So, you're the real Shadow? Yeah, I am the former Ultimate Life Form. Same talent at all.
Former? What does that mean?
I'll explain it when I have the chance to.
Punishment? You mean their execution? Still, come on, Infinite. I thought you weren't going to do that. You won't kill your own partner, will you?
Oh, I will then. I'm sorry, buddy, but rules are rules. But still, overall, you have been a really good partner to me. Maybe I was thinking, make you back. Maybe that's when I control you, just so you do not kill me yourself. Perhaps when I take over everything again.
You son of a bitch! You really think that the other 3 are gonna let you get away with this stuff? You know what? Screw it. I'll reveal your entire plan for this killing game right now.
Well, then I guess it's now time for the punishment for Wario, the ultimate business plan.
Everyone, his plan is simple. He has to narrow you all down and...
Give everything we got. It's punishment time.
all narrowed down to single digits. He was going to...
After the execution, everyone was in straight up shock after it all went down. But Infinite, he had a darn smile underneath that mask. People just knew it.
Now that's what I call extreme.
Aren't you? It doesn't matter, Infinite. I know what you're doing. You're gonna pay for everything.
Oh, I gotta admit, Shadow, you really do have the balls too, but face it, after all, Here's a note to all of you standing here. This is only the beginning of the killing game. And Morley, you're gonna have to spend your time with me. And still, I'll let the despair creep in all of you. Alright, everyone, go get some rest now. After all, you're all gonna need it for the next murder.
Everyone was basically in shock after that. Susie would have inevitably went to her room, but she had to go somewhere else to handle her situation. Susie was just sitting there, thinking of what she could do. But still, how did we even let this happen? Shogunyan and Wario are actually dead. Wario was a traitor, but never really knew about it. Huh? Didn't see it properly, but there was someone hiding in the darkness. Maybe perhaps it's someone like Shadow. He's still trying to keep secrets from us, isn't he? But somehow, the thing I identified was a stroke of red, and it just filled me with this feeling of hope.